Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to ask here the Minister of Defense of Estonian Republic, Mr. Hanno Pevkur.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, please do not stand because of me, so have a seat. So, distinguished representatives of international and national organizations of reserve officers. So you have so many different sister organizations that I'm not sure that I can pronounce them all, but nevertheless, all the generals, all the admirals, all the officers, and all the guests gathered here today. I am particularly pleased to address this Congress, which just was announced closed, because that Congress and you speak for the interest of reserve officers and NCOs across the Alliance and 7 associate members. I am glad that we can welcome 2 of them, our good friends Finland and Sweden, very soon as full members of NATO. Let me also express my sincere gratitude to the host country, Greece, to all the contributors to the successful organization of this major event. Dear friends, one thing I want to underline at the point at this very moment. So I know the worst thing one can do is to stand between the people and the food. So I try not to take much of your time, but still let me share some of my personal thoughts with you. I truly believe that you are the world's largest organization of its kind, encouraging and strengthening cooperation between reservists from 34 nations and with more than 1 million members. To put that in context, that is exactly how many native Estonians there are in the world. You forge close relationships by sharing experience and expertise. You give advice to NATO's top commanders and bodies. Above all, you support the development of national reserves. These are extremely important tasks given the present security situation. As I see it, CIR and its sister organizations offer a very valuable platform for discussing and assessing the needs for the build-up of strong national reserves. A number of allies, including my own home country, Estonia, have much to share in this respect. And of course, today I am particularly proud that Estonia will take the lead of the CIR until 2024 and to present a presidency strategic program until 2026. Estonia, due to its history, size and geography, makes great efforts in the area of defense. Yes, as a NATO member, we can count on all of you, on our allies, but we have a clear understanding that we will fulfill and even exceed the obligations and expectations set by NATO. Already 10 years ago, Estonia began to spend at least 2% of its GDP on defense. Additional costs related to the host nation support came on top of this since 2017. Large quantities of munitions and other equipment have been purchased from extra investment funds. Next year, the estimation is that our expenditure will be approximately just a little less than 3% of our GDP. I can assure you, to all of you, that every euro we spend on our defense is spent wisely with utmost efficiency. The development of Estonia's armed forces, as well as the voluntary Estonian Defence League, has been accelerated, particularly since 2014. And I am proud that Estonia never abolished its system of conscription, and our yearly exercises gather up to 15,000 participants, including allied contributions. To my understanding, the idea that emerged to my understanding, that the idea that emerged after the Cold War, that NATO could be defended only with professional units, does not hold anymore. This is why reservists, soldiers, NCOs and officers are vital not only to Estonian defense, that is based on mobilization, but also to other NATO allies. I believe that we all need to train and ready the usable reserves that make up our supplement combat, and also combat support and combat service support units. Reservists are able to cover almost the entire spectrum, functions and duties. Just to give you one example, the voluntary Estonian Defence League has also a cybersecurity and defense unit. Dear participants of the Congress, Russia's unjustified war against Ukraine continues for 8 years already. It was accelerated with a brutal attack with the aim of taking away freedom from people of Ukraine and this country's independence on 24th of February this year, which, by the way, is Estonian Independence Day. I am confident that the aggressor will lose this war. Russia's political establishment cannot get away without political, economic or legal responsibility for its criminal deeds. Our goal is to guarantee that the unspeakable suffering of the Ukrainian people, whom we support and welcome to the European family, will come to an end as soon as possible. The war in Ukraine, as terrible as it is a book that we must read and learn from already today, especially what concerns the mobilization and use of reserves. In fact, to win this war, it is crucial for Ukraine to have better reserves. Quantity is important, but quality is decisive. I have no doubt that Ukraine shall prevail. Its reservists are strongly motivated and well trained, also with the help of NATO members. Today the Ukrainians teach everyone a good lesson on the power of determination to defend your nation. It is our obligation to integrate these lessons to our own defense plans and to use the potential of strongly motivated and well-trained reservists. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all want to live in peace, but we know the words of wisdom that were spelled out in the ancient Rome. Sibi pacem para bellum. If you want peace, prepare for war. All of you gathered here today in this beautiful city have no luxury to sit in the back seat of the Cadillac. You have to be in the front row and take the lead as a spokesperson for national defense. Remember, you are the elite of your nation's defense will. With these words, I would like to wish the very best next presidency to our own Estonian Reserve Officers Association, and to thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to share some thoughts I have today. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening, thank you very much for giving me this floor, and I really hope that we all will have a wonderful evening and we can all live in peace not only today but also in the next coming decades and hundreds of years. Thank you very much.